You're listening to the Incomparables Total Party Kill podcast, in which a group of friends play Dungeons and Dragons on the internet for your amusement. This is episode number 195, posted July 2019. You'll never be Bandit 2 now, pal.
Welcome back to Total Party Kill. I'm Tony Sindelar, your Dungeon Master for life.
Wonderful.
Today, we're here on Total Party Kill, the podcast where people pick up things they shouldn't, and we find out what will happen to them. Joining me is Monty Ashley.
Hello, I'm Monty Ashley. I'm playing Melik, the Tiefling Wizard.
Joining me is Steve Lutz.
Hello. Lestrin Quiverbottom present and accounted for.
Joining me is Georgia Dow.
Acrid Corn Bellows. I have a different voice every time. I'm going to try to keep you confused.
Yeah, same.
Joining me is Sarah Barber.
Hi, I'm Rizwin, and I touch things I shouldn't right now.
Also here, it's Erica Ensign.
I'm listening.
I'm Flessa. I like stuff.
And last but not least, in turn order, it's Jason Snell.
I am Peter Dragonforge, human paladin who loves Bahamut.
Last time on Total Party Kill, our adventurers took refuge in a room with strange pillars, with strange objects spinning in space above them. Rather than safely not having anything to do with this, they touched some of the objects. Here we deal with the fallout.
And it wasn't Flessa for a change.
Several of the objects turned into helmed horrors, which our players call
Ding dong.
Ding dong.
Ding dong.
and they are doing battle with it. We join the adventure mid-battle. Peter Dragonforge has dispatched one of the helmed horrors, but two remain standing atop these menacing columns. Let us see what will happen as Tony buys for time to figure out what will happen. So
Flessa is still doing a pirouette in the on the one in the middle, and I wave at one of the other ones. Hi.
all right. Rizwin, you are face to face with a helmed horror. The helmed horror slashes out with a huge glowing greatsword at you.
Great.
22 versus armor class sounds very threatening.
Yeah, it does actually sound kind of threatening.
I'm just gonna go ahead and roll damage just in case.
Just roll damage.
Okay. You will take 13 damage as the fiery sword of the helmed horror cuts into you.
And from four squares,
doesn't she have
from 4 squares over, Peter looks up and sees Bahamut smiling down at him, and the helmed horror takes 7 radiant damage from the wrath of Bahamut.
Oh, because it didn't attack you.
Yep.
Georgia, were you saying something bad was going to happen too?
That was it.
Same thing.
Same thing.
Yeah, she knows. She's wired into Bahamut too. She knows.
Well,
the deal.
she is a warlord. She is a dragon, so there's a lot of connections. Well, that's great. The helmed horror just got himself bloodied on its own turn. So, I feel like, maybe the reason you all are not afraid of helmed horrors, maybe it's my fault. So.
We are afraid of statues and rooms and doorways and hallways and
but not ding dongs.
I thought helmed horrors, I was really leveraging the statue fear because they're like a walking suit of armor.
I got
you guys moved. It's not a statue.
I got a whole theory now.
You guys are not afraid at all.
I got a theory, which is if you give a fearsome foe a goofy name, then they have no power over us anymore. So what I'm saying is, when we meet a dragon, inevitably, let's all agree to call it a goofball.
Are you sure you don't want to be playing a bard instead?
All right, the other helmed horror. You know what, Rizwin? Give me a D20 check to try and stay on the pillar too, since you got hit pretty hard.
Is that do I
just give me a flat D20 check? Yeah.
Flat D20.
Yeah.
All right, 19.
You have no trouble staying, though. You take the pain, but you're on the pillar because let me tell you,
center of gravity.
Yeah, low center of gravity. Falling off the pillar, taking falling damage, and then landing on an electric floor would be worse.
That would be worse. Good thing
all
I'm a
right.
dwarf.
The other helmed horror finds himself on an unoccupied pillar and surveys.
Speaking of the floor, I was supposed to take 5 points of damage at the start of my turn.
Oh yeah, if you started,
I will honestly do that.
Wow. So, the helmed horror surveys the battlefield looking for a target and sees the threatening figure of Alestra and Quiverbottom.
Nah.
I'm standing up on a pillar right next to him.
Are you asking to be hit?
Yeah.
All
Go
right.
ahead and swing at me.
That's it's a free
Not 5
action.
feet
The
away.
come at me, bro. Free action.
You know what? No. Like I don't understand what's going on here, but I'm not playing into it. You're magic and you do all kinds of weird stuff. I'm not falling for that. And I was literally just going with like, it sees Alestrin in the corner there. So Alestrin, you get a crossbow bolt shot in your direction. But it is a 9 versus AC.
Yeah, that's a miss.
Okay. So, the Helmtor makes eye contact with Melik. The Helmtor has no eyes. It's just a glowing, empty
Shell contact.
Yeah. All right. Well, that
You
didn't
call
go great
yourself
for me.
an archer. That was
Melik, it is
ridiculous.
your turn.
Okay. The pillar on the far right. If I push the creature to the right, is there room for him to fall off, or is the
let's
pillar
say
all the way
yes.
to the wall?
Let's say
Okay,
yes.
great. Then I am going to
Because
give
I don't make things with... When I put something up high, it's so that it will fall someday.
Right.
Why do we fall, Master Helmtor? So, sorry.
Wow.
I've buried enough helmed horrors.
Ding dongs.
I guess I'm going to give him.
You know
some
what? You know what? I
beguiling.
feel better about my Michael Caine impersonation having heard Jason's. So
I got nothing.
yeah, there's a little bit of Sylvester Stallone in there, Jason. You got to work that out.
I
Malik?
buried the helmed horrors. I killed them, and then I buried them. But that's enough. I'm tired.
There is some Stallone in there. You're right.
Honestly, it's too comprehensible.
Stop, or my mom will shoot.
Adrian, Master Bruce. Adrian.
I would like to cast Beguiling Strands.
Thank you. Please.
To my
Thank
right.
you.
All right.
Save us all.
Please clap.
That'll be Intelligence versus Will. How's his Will?
Not as bad as his reflex, but not great. Certainly no armor class.
Okay, and I get +1 to bloodied foes, and he looks like he is bloodied.
Correct.
So 15 versus Will.
That'll do it. What happens to him?
5 psychic damage, and I push him up to 3 squares.
Let me just check. Is this a charm or disease? Is this a charm?
Arcane, Charm, Enchantment, Implement, Psychic.
He is immune to charm.
Oh, bother.
I'm going to say that perhaps you knew that from your previous excursions if you want to do something different.
Great. I will magic missile him.
Okay.
I will hold my orb aloft and pew pew.
Pew pew the ding dong.
Take 7, dum dum.
Orb damage.
Pew pew the dum dum ding dong.
You destroy the ding dong.
Yeah, I do.
Hurrah!
Nice.
And with my minor action, I will use my mage hand to tuck this blasting scepter away in my bag safely.
And you saw that I gave you the stat block and even a picture of what the blessing scepter looked like.
Yes, you did. Thank you very much.
All right. Well, you have defeated 2 of the 3 ding dongs. That I think that is going to open things up to, I don't think that one ding dong is going to murder all of you, but it may make some lasting wounds. Alestrian, you start your turn on the floor. You take, what did I say last week? I said you take 2 less damage. You take
Yeah, so
3
3.
damage because you're scrambling.
Ha cha 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 cha.
Your dignity takes 3 damage.
hot foot.
Oh, no.
If you-
Hot floor.
Jimmy Durante is
Touch
here.
myself. All right. Well, there's a recently vacated pillar over there, so I'm going to run over and scramble up and get on top of it.
Give me an athletics check.
Hey, did everybody have to do an athletics check?
Yes.
Indeed they did.
Yep.
But I think we both succeeded with 12s.
Yeah.
I got a 17, so unless that's the one
Did
greased
I forget
pillar,
to?
I
Yeah,
think
that's
we're
the
okay.
greased pillar. So, all right, Alestrian, you are safely atop the pillar. You see
Sweet.
one last ding dong.
Okay.
On the far side of the room.
I
Not
will
your
make
quarry
him
yet.
my
Every time
quarry.
Tony says ding dong, he loses a hit point. I love it.
Yeah, it's not.
Please
great.
note, I was already saying I will make him my quarry before Tony
No one
reminded me to make
believes
him
that,
my
Steve.
quarry.
Yeah, no one believes that.
It's on the tape. Let's go to the tape. I will make him my quarry.
Tony says ding dong.
All right, and I will shoot 2 arrows with my twin strike at that dude.
Mm-hmm.
That first one is a 25 versus AC,
That'll hit.
and that will do 9 points, Mrs. Bueller.
All right. That helmed horror does not look in good shape.
Good. That's the way I like it. And that is a 29 versus AC.
That'll also hit.
5 more points of damage.
Did you include your quarry damage?
I was just about to roll that before I was interrupted.
The helmed horror has 4 hit points left after the 2 things you've done.
Well, I'm glad you reminded me, because that's a 6.
All right. Your arrows tear through the magical energy that animates the helmed horror, and it disintegrates away, leaving just an empty helmet that falls and clatters on the pedestal. The floor goes quiet as the crackling energy subsides, and the kind of magical field around the doorway dissipates.
I take the helmet and put it on.
I spent the break figuring out what that helmet was going to be. Congratulations, Rizwin. You have picked up a Helm of the Stubborn Mind.
Helm of the
great.
Stubborn Mind. Yeah,
Are the
this fits
crossbow
me.
and the other thing intact as well?
The crossbow and the other thing are not intact, perhaps because they were not what was touched to activate the trap. Rizwin, I will tell you, I'll send you the stat block of this, but in case it comes up soon, the Helm of the Stubborn Mind gives you a +1 item bonus to will defenses against charms attack. So
Does it cure hangovers?
No.
It has
That's very
a
sad.
+1 placebo effect.
Yes.
The cooling
I feel
effect.
better.
You are
already.
looking for the Helm of the Prairie Oyster. This is the Helm of the Stubborn Mind.
You know, I could
It
probably
blocks
whip up some sort of
outside.
a hangover cure.
If
surely,
you
in an attack.
you want to go next door, you can get a little bit of the dog that bit you.
It probably blocks outside noise a little bit, so
Yeah.
that'll help somewhat.
So
Yeah.
let's get out of here.
Does
as long
Malik's
as we're in
staff?
here on these pillars, should we take a quick short rest and recharge our encounter powers?
Yeah, I just sit down on the top of the
I
pillar.
like the idea of just chilling on top of 10-foot tall pillars.
Yep.
Well,
Is
don't the
Melik's
encounter
staff
powers
still around?
recharge? Because
You need to take a short rest.
okay,
Short rest.
I see.
I'm spending
so-
a healing surge.
Okay.
Likewise.
Anyone that my inspiring presence when everyone. Oh, you didn't use an action point to do it. Oh,
No.
it's okay. Nothing.
I will tell you. So you take a short rest. Some of you spend healing surges. Georgia, did you have a question for Malik?
Is your staff still there?
Yep, you have the scepter.
Oh, I've tucked that away in my bag.
It's
okay.
It's very powerful. I don't want to test it out right now in the heat of action. My trusty orb is good enough for now, but
Does
Do you
anyone
get an
want me to
action point
use
after
inspiring word?
Uh,
Sorry for their healing.
I'm not healing.
Okay.
I'm not healing.
If anybody wants a healing surge or a healing word, I'm happy to give it to them.
I'm good.
Yeah, I can also do that.
But did we get an action point after that, or do we get an action point after the next one? That's
I've
a
lost
tough
track
question,
because
I
it
know.
goes way back because it's like it's actually back to the.
So we
fights
should
in the
probably
stores.
say, yeah, we get an action point.
I think
Hey.
so.
Okay, fine.
We not only did this, but we also managed to escape a bunch of werewolves. So
Yeah,
I feel
well,
like we've
sure.
earned
That
it.
was
That's
a harrowing encounter.
Hey, you don't know how close you came to destruction. / awesomeness.
We could listen against the wall here and see if their destruction is
Howling.
currently raging in the next room.
So, and in fact, I should mention. So you spend a little bit of time resting, recharging your powers here, and then as you're getting ready to depart, something strange. You hear kind of a weird crackle, and there is a helmet, a crossbow, and a longsword floating in place atop the pedestals. There is not the pedestal where Melek got his wand is empty.
Hey, we could get a crossbow and something else.
yeah, do we still
Anybody
have
want a
the
sword?
helmet that Rizwin grabbed?
It's mine.
But you still have it.
Yes. Oh, wait.
And,
Oh, we could all have a helmet.
Like, this just generates magic items for free?
Well, for killing
Well,
3
For a
helmed
price
horrors.
of 3 ding-dongs.
That's not that much.
That's a bargain. That's not a lot of ding dongs.
I think
Peter
we've just
opens the
found our
door.
fortune.
And so he
He's
does.
already leaving. He's already leaving. He's done.
All right.
I get off the pillar.
Yeah.
I wait till everyone else leaves.
Yeah, me too.
Wait, you wait till everyone else leaves or you leave?
I leave last. Just
okay.
to make sure
I
that
thought,
no one...
usually I'm used to, I wait till everyone else leaves and then I do something horrible.
No.
I could still grab something with a magical hand that doesn't touch anything.
So you leave the room.
At least it doesn't touch things it's not supposed to, like some people.
You know what? My head is feeling a bit better, thanks.
Yeah, unfortunately, Rizwan may have learned the wrong lesson from this, which is taking
I think
stuff is
so.
great.
Yeah.
See, boss? See?
That's the wrong lesson?
So
I never
you
said we
head
shouldn't take
south
things.
from the northeast corner of this huge Colosseum-like room. Peter, you do not have to walk too far before the light from Flessa's torch reveals a door set on the eastern wall. The Colosseum-like walls continue further east as well. Or south, sorry, I should say. And why doesn't everyone give me a perception check?
I don't know. Why not?
+1 to everybody.
Sweet.
24.
I have a 28.
23.
22.
Wow.
4.
You are aware of the, it sounds like a group of scoundrels chatting and talking in Thieves' Cant. It sounds like they are ahead of you, moving away from you, probably at a leisurely pace. So you could allow them to just, you could adjust your pace and make sure you don't close with them, or you could come up behind them. But they are basically directly to your south / maybe a little bit southwest.
Do we have an idea of how many?
Yeah, you
That was
rolled
a lot of
really
good
well,
rolls.
right? I am going to say that you hear, based on footsteps and conversations, I'm going to say it sounds like in the neighborhood of 5 or 6.
Huh. There are 5 or 6 of us.
There are now. Things are different now that Rizwan's here.
Yeah, that's right.
There were still 5 or 6 of us then.
Also, some of you had just fallen like 40 feet and landed on your ankles.
That hurt.
Yeah. Peter's safe wing ambulate. You always land on your feet, even when you fall from 50 feet, and maybe would have liked to land on your shoulder.
Oh, speaking of that giant statue, do I recognize it, by the way? Or is it just a giant statue?
It is pretty unrecognizable. It was described to the other players as like it's missing its head and
The head's gone.
The head's gone. So, just so you know, Rizwan, I'll reveal a little bit more. You probably can't quite see
And
that
it's
far,
also
but
electrical or
you knew
something,
from
isn't it?
coming down that it was in the middle of this chamber.
Right.
So,
Well, I came down it, right?
you totally had to. Yep.
Great.
I seem to recall it zapped us when we touched it.
It
Yep.
totally did.
Totally.
So, Peter, you stand at a door,
Yeah, let's.
as we do in Dungeons and Dragons.
So here's the question: do we want to sneak up behind the roughly matched rogues who are patrolling here and see if we can, I don't know, ask them questions / knock them out / kill them?
Maybe we should yell out, "Have you guys found anything yet?" so they think we're part of their group of rogues until they...
Well, do it in a rhyming way.
You haven't, I bet.
Seamless.
So we could do that and engage with them, or we could continue to poke our heads in various creepy rooms.
Yep. I mean, the worst thing that you could do is find yourselves like trapped in a horrible room as the rogue patrol is coming. I feel like you've now spent enough time in this little corner of Undermountain that you get the sense that that group is like patrolling in a clockwise.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're like those
Does
ding-dongs. If
Flessa
only we had like a
recognize
hole
them?
to trap them in.
Let's find a pit.
Are there any female voices amongst the ones that we've heard?
Yeah, there are some.
Any of them sound, a little higher pitched, like they might be coming from a small halfling body?
I don't think you have that.
Do you really think
information.
she'd be doing patrol if she was the boss?
So, what do you think? Do we engage with those guys, or do we just continue spelunking here?
It might be nice to find an escape route if we have to bolt from these dudes.
Yeah, someplace to hunker down.
I have my helmet. I can do whatever.
All right. Somebody want to listen at this door then?
Sure.
I have a really great perception of sound.
That's a 32.
Okay.
So, Alestrin, you move your little elven ears up to this wooden door.
I hear
Now,
the motes of dust moving through the room.
Alestrin, are you putting your ear on the door?
I generally think I like to have at least like a mole's worth of molecules of air between my ear and the door.
Mhm.
I get real
To hear
close,
better.
but I prefer not to touch
my
the door.
my new dungeon mastering thing is getting really weird about how particular people are doing stuff. So Alestian, you put your ears close, but not physically on the door, which is good because that door could have been made out of glue for all you know.
I mean,
That'd
I'm
be
naturally
embarrassing.
suspicious of wood. It's a thing of nature.
Alestian, the first thing you hear with your 32 on perception check is that this door is made out of wood. You can hear the termites slowly
Sounds
eating
like
away
oak.
at it. But more slightly louder than the termites, you can hear on the other side of that door, you hear, and I think probably everyone else hears, but perhaps not as clearly, not as crystal clearly as you do,
Oh, yeah, that
the
was
sound
worth the
of
32.
someone screaming, and then followed by several other voices kind of laughing gruffly.
Oh, I don't like that.
That sounds terrible.
Is it a high-pitched scream?
I make a series of hand motions to everybody
Yes.
that they do not understand in any way, shape, or form.
I go, thumbs up.
Yeah, I'll let Peter know.
Yeah,
since he's
yeah. I'm
standing
waving
right next to me.
everybody because there's somebody in trouble and we have to save them.
I'll kick that door in.
And then I kick that door open
Yeah.
All right.
because I am a paladin, people. It has to be done.
I get an arrow ready.
Okay.
That's fair. Get my hammer ready.
I'm sure none of
All
the
right.
thieves behind us heard that sound of the door shattering.
I don't know. It's a big chamber and it's echoey.
And they're
And I'm
talking.
even going to say that, that probably the people in this chamber are somewhat surprised. You know what? I think I need one more token to make it clear what's going on in here.
Steve, do we get +2 to initiative from you again?
That is
From me.
from Georgia, I think.
That's from Georgia.
Well,
right.
thanks for nothing, Steve.
Well, I gave you perception.
Yeah, there you go.
I got a 4 on my perception roll. You didn't help at all.
No, you got it. You would have had a 3. How'd you feel about that?
Huh?
Did you add +1?
Yeah.
So,
I'm still not sure why we're going through this door.
Peter Dragonforge, you kick in the door and look in front of you. The first thing that catches your notice is that just a couple of steps inside the door, wriggling on the ground, is what appears to be several human fingers.
Fingers.
Not far beyond them, there's a strange kind of just like area of darkness that glows and pulses and hums loudly. Several figures are crowded around the area of darkness. Several they look roguelike, except for a filthy
watch out for
young
permadeath.
half-elf girl who is clutching her hand that seems to no longer have fingers. They turn toward you, and a bald human with a thick beard is holding an axe, and he kind of looks at you and smiles menacingly. The half-elf girl by the area of darkness screams, and you also see two scoundrel-looking characters on the southern side of the room as well.
Frickin' scoundrels.
Yeah,
So-
scoundrels.
So which one is the half-elf girl? Is she?
This one token that looks very different than all the other ones.
By girl, do you mean this is a child or just a young half-elf?
It's a young girl. This one here, you see it?
Okay.
She's huge.
She's large.
Sorry, the tokens are not to scale.
Young but
all right.
swarthy.
Why don't you all roll initiative? I'm gonna say that you're gonna get a surprise round.
Yay.
Remember, on a surprise round, you get a single action.
And +2 to
Plus
initiative
2.
because of Acrid.
Except I'm far enough away that I probably can't do anything. Or can I?
Or can you?
So we aren't even going to try to reason with these guys, huh?
They just cut off her fingers.
Yeah.
Well, Flessa goes first. Flessa's not big on reason.
I'm just curious as to how a dark area glows.
With darkness.
Magical.
It sucks in the light. Anti-glow.
Those are all great answers.
Thanks, team.
Are we saying that like the spots that we're in right now are where we were when the door opened?
Sorry, what was that?
We're just saying, are the spots that we're in right now like where we were when
If you
Peter,
want to
open the
decide you
door.
were in a little bit different place, you can.
I just mean, it seems like Melik and Rizwin are really far away.
Less far away now.
No, I waited. I motioned everybody
Okay.
to come up, and then I kicked down the door. I didn't ask.
Lestern also
but-
made some ridiculous hand gestures, which I'm sure would have at least drawn us closer to be like, WTF, dude.
So I've give the two types of groups in here. There's bandits and scouts. Is how I'm grouping them. Does everyone have their initiative typed in?
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Yep.
So I'm gonna put this in.
No.
No.
Oh, there I am. Yes.
Okay. So you get a surprise round where you get a single action, so that's a move or an attack or charge, I guess would probably count, and then we'll go to the real turn. Though it looks like probably Flessa, Acrid, and Peter are going to get to therefore go twice before the bandits get to go. So the bandits are the three scoundrels that were crowded around the half-elf girl, and then there are two scouts at the southern side of the room. Do you see that?
Mm-hmm. Oh, I see one scout. Now there's two.
I copied and pasted it. All right. So, Flessa, what do you want to do first?
I think I'm just going to sly flourish directly into the room at
right.
Bandit 3 there, since that's the one
All
I
right.
can see.
Go ahead and roll that.
And I rolled a 20 on the die.
Yeah,
So-
anything in the 20s will hit. Oh, well.
Yeah, well, that's a crit.
Yeah, yes.
Yes,
So that'll hit.
and because, let's see, what happens? On a critical hit, I can shift one square, but, so I guess I'll just shift forward.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a little closer now. So is it, in 4th edition, a crit is max damage?
Yes.
Okay. So
and
that
you get to
is
max your sneak attack damage.
Awesome.
Oh,
Okay, so
dear.
that is 12
Bad day to be
plus
Bandit 3.
12. Okay, so 24 points of damage.
You'll never be Bandit 2 now, pal.
Right. Bandit 3 is technically alive, but in very bad shape.
Okay.
So Bandit 3 has not even noticed what's going on. Bandit 3 is still cackling to himself about this young girl's horrible fate, and like a dagger catches him in the side of the neck. What? All right, Acrid.
Okay, so I'm gonna move over, and can I hit?
So
With
it's
my
a
dragon-
surprise, but on the sneak attack round, you can only do one thing. So you could move, and then you'll be set up to do something on the next turn. So you could either move, or if you want to attack them right now on this sneak attack turn, it would have to be a ranged attack because you can't move and attack.
Are we aware of that second door to the south?
It's up to you.
I might recommend that somebody maybe block off that exit so nobody
Yeah.
the scouts run out and alert their
Lestern's-
pals.
Oh,
I
Lestern's
was gonna go
probably
down
aware
there.
because you have dark vision. I don't think I could necessarily
Yeah.
see it.
It would be impossible for me to acid breath from here.
I think so. I think they're far enough away. Also, your friends are in the way. So.
Fair. So then what I'm going to do is I am going to Commander's Strike and allow Flessa to go again.
Oh, wow.
Yes.
Oh my goodness.
That's some good warlording.
Awesome.
All right.
So there is a bandit like holding his neck, like
Okay.
where the wound from your when your dagger is like blood is kind of spouting out of it. Do you want to
Tell
throw a
Bandit
dagger at
6
his
I
neck
love him.
again?
Yeah, I mean it's like a target. It's a bright
Yeah.
red dot. So
It's
just gonna
shiny.
aim right for it. So it's a ranged basic, or does it have to be a melee?
I think it has to be a basic.
Just any kind of basic?
I think Georgia, you have one for ranged and one for melee, or is it just say basic? Certainly, I know that you have the potential to do it. I believe.
I do have it.
Because if it's melee, I wouldn't be able to reach. I just want to make sure I'm.
No, it says melee basic. And I do not. 1 second. Let me just see if in my encounter ones I have it. Oh, I think I do have it somewhere.
Oh, I may have imagined that. It may have to be melee.
Mhm.
Sorry, Georgia.
Yeah, I just seem to remember wanting to do that previously and not being able to.
Yeah, it's just a
Yeah.
melee basic attack.
I have a knight's move, direct one of your allies to a more tactical advantageous. No, that's just movement.
Yeah.
But
no,
that might be
I
good for like
can't.
Peter.
Yeah, I could see if Peter, are you in range?
'Cause Peter only gets one.
Yeah,
action.
I'm not in range. So if you can let me move, then I can hit.
Let's do
the
it.
guy. All right. Boop.
So you use Knight's move. Can you just read?
I'll
first
use
what
Knight's move. In Bahamut's name.
Excellent.
You have to move in an L, Peter.
And talk like Bob Seger.
Right now, I got to go like up and over. So there. Or
I also
down
apologize.
here.
It looks like my grid does not line up perfectly with this room. I think my Photoshop skills and for designing big rooms ran into some Roll20 technical limitations. So
it's just the person that tiled the room themselves. That's all.
well, that was me.
I'm sure it was one of these dwarves or something. That was them.
Hey.
Oh, sorry.
Ouch.
I think we were waiting for you to tell us how Knight's move worked.
Oh, apology.
No.
Sharp wave of your arm. You direct one of your allies to a more technically advantageous position. It is range 10. So you can take a move action as a free action.
Oh, so you can go anywhere in a move action.
Anywhere with that you can usually go.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, I'm moving. Let's see. I was already in the doorway, so you probably don't need to move me. I could have just said that I came in this doorway, but I don't know if I need to move in a.
You might want to move so other people can get in.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because if not, no one else can.
I'm going to move there. Let's say, can I stand there?
Yeah.
Sort of like inside the doorway.
Yep.
But I don't want to be flanked or anything by the dead guy who's going to die.
All right. So you're going to close with Bandit 1, we'll say.
Yeah, and that's the mean guy, right? That's the guy who looked at me and was like,
Yeah.
ooh, okay. Smiled.
All right. And now it's your turn, Peter.
Well, I'm going to hit that guy then.
Do it.
How about that? That is a... Which one do I want to do here? Ardent Strike. Yep. 26 versus AC.
That'll do it. I think you've been on a very good roll streak, everybody, this session.
And that is 8 damage. And he is now subject to my divine sanction.
Are there still
All right.
ding-dongs in the turn order?
Oh, I probably forgot to delete them. Now they're not.
We're not afraid
No,
of
that was
All right.
Technically, that was my virtuous strike, but so he's not subject to my divine sanction
Okay.
because I can only do that when charging, and that was the surprise round. So
Yep.
I can't sanction him yet.
Melik, surprise round.
I am going to use my speed of 6 and go south and stand over here next to this other door.
All right. Alestrin, surprise round.
Oh, good. Melik took care of that, so I don't have to. What to do? Bandit 1 looks nice and meaty.
That
should make a
what
good
people
target.
say to him all the time.
Hey, man, that ain't cool.
But meaty's great. I like a good hunk of meat.
All right, keep talking.
I can't make him my quarry because that would take a minor, so I'm just going to plunk him
I'll
with a
be
couple
your
of arrows.
Oh, what?
All right.
Man.
I'm sorry, which one would you... you said meaty and everything kind of phased out.
Bandit 1 is my target here.
All right.
So I will fire 2 twin striking
Now remember,
arrows.
you probably can't do any of your elven accuracy stuff because you only get a single action. So, but you'll still be able to do that in the future. So.
It does say free action on here, Tony, for my elven accuracy.
I'm sorry, I assumed it was a minor action. I guess you could. So
And
let's see
I'm
how
sure
long
my
your
rebounding
single
longbow, which also does free actions, would have something to say about that as well. Let's take 2 shots at Bandit 1. So that one is a 22 versus AC.
Everything above 20 is going to hit these creatures.
Whoop.
Creatures.
That will do 8 damage.
All right, 8 damage to Bandit 1, who has already been hit by Peter.
Oh.
Second shot. Ooh, that is a 29 versus AC. And this one does 9 damage.
All right. You have bloodied Bandit 1.
Like it.
All right, Rizwin, surprise round.
Oh, shoot. Never mind.
Wait, surprise round. What am I doing? I am over here.
I
don't
could have done
particularly
something
feel like
cool and failed to do so. I'm sorry. Sorry, team.
you let us down.
Again.
Hang in there,
Yeah.
buddy. You'll get to do it next time.
Yeah. I'm gonna do Sacred Flame because
Actually,
that's a ranged attack.
Okay, is this on Bandit 3?
This is on Bandit 3 because I think he's the only one I can actually kind of see.
Bandit 3 is currently trying to staunch the bleeding on his neck.
So 26 versus
Be careful,
reflex.
you don't want to cauterize the wound.
No longer has a neck.
Yeah, so that'll hit. It's just a question of how much damage this Sacred Flame does.
1d6 plus 4, so 9.
All right. Bandit 3 has staunched the blood, or is attempting to staunch the blood, but his hair is now basically on fire with radiant fire.
Yeah.
He is technically still alive, but but quality of life is an issue here.
Also, one ally I can see can either choose to make a saving throw or gain temporary hit points equal to my charisma modifier and 1/2 my level. So
all right. I would give somebody temporary hit points.
Who wants 4 temporary hit points? I'm going to give them to Peter.
Yeah, he's right in there.
I would say Peter is the one person you can't see.
Yeah, you
Damn
can't
it.
see me.
That's a really good point. Who wants them? Flessa, I'm going to give them to you.
You got that, Erica?
Yep, she gave a thumbs up.
Okay.
Four hit points.
Got a lot of tabs. All right. Anything else, Rizwin? I guess probably not, because it's a surprise round.
Nope.
All right. I think you have significantly softened these people up before they even get to go. Blessa, it is your turn. You have 4 temporary hit points. There's a lot of blood in that room already. Now you get a full turn.
All right, well, I want to come in the room. Remind me how areas of threatened areas work. Can I move to there without Bandit 1 taking a swipe at me?
I'll say yes, because my grid doesn't quite line up, so I'm being fast and loose with the grid a little bit.
Okay, then I'm going to low slash this Bandit 3. Yep.
All right.
Which is a minor action.
Bandit 3, hair currently on fire, blood seeping through his hand on his neck, and
didn't roll very well, so that's only a 17 versus reflex.
Yes, that's plenty. And you low slash and take off his kneecap for
7 points of damage.
All right, Bandit 3 is gone.
Okay, I'm gonna slide his corpse out of the way a little bit, 1 square, because it's a thing I can do. As he falls, he can...
just out of the way, you.
Yep, exactly. And then I will slide flourish from here at say Bandit 1.
All right.
Yeah.
I'm glad you're on our side.
I rolled really crappy again, so that's only a 16 versus AC.
His AC is 16.
Oh,
Nice.
Okay, all right then. So that's 9 points of damage. Do I have no?
9 points would not kill him, but he hasn't gone yet.
He hasn't gone yet. Yeah, that's what I was. That's what I was thinking. 7 more points of damage.
That'll kill him. And you killed two bandits before they had even gone.
There's still time to take out that third one.
Bandit's just our last name, man. We never stole nothing from nobody.
All right, and that's it for my turn.
We're musicians. We're in the band It. And that's a Dan Warren quality joke there.
I like it.
I did
All right. Acrid.
Okay, I'm going to head into the room,
Mm-hmm.
and I will stand in front of Flessa. I'm slightly crouched in case,
Yeah.
she needs.
Staircase.
That's the way I do it. And I am going to Dragon Breath the one in front of me, and it is a 26 versus reflex.
These, I thought I would make compensate in numbers, but it turns out you all are just rolling through these.
We
these
too are
people.
compensating in numbers.
Yeah.
And that's 7 points of damage.
All right, 7 acid damage melts off this guy's very fancy leather.
That sounds
he
sorry.
had like a really ornate mustache too. That's like all soggy now.
Oh no, not the mustache.
He special ordered
dear.
that from a whole different game. That's like Shadowrun leather.
Yeah.
Not mustache damage.
That's sad. Poor guy. And then I'm going to attack with my vicious longsword.
Oh gosh. Yes.
I almost
And
feel
that's
sorry for the
18
bandits.
plus 11, 27
Yeah.
plus, one sec.
Those scouts down there have to be shaking in their boots.
7 points of
Have they
damage.
even noticed us yet?
Oh,
Yes.
yeah.
They're scouts. Surely they notice things. It's
Yeah.
their whole
Maybe they
job.
were scouting that chest to the south.
Mm.
All right, Akrid,
those
big
guys.
turn. Are you all set?
I'm done.
Peter.
I'm just going to step up and hit the remaining bandit.
I'm just going to move that corpse out of the way.
Aw.
Good, I can call that a charge too. That's nice. Actually, okay. Yeah. 20 versus AC.
Yep.
7 radiant damage,
Okay.
and he is
Uh-oh.
sanctioned by me.
Some new fellows have arrived on the scene.
No, I was wondering if anyone would notice what was going on over there. Depends how zoomed out you were. You have bloodied
Oh, hey.
Bandit.
Cool.
Bandit 2.
Grifters and
I'm a
tricksters and
grifter.
All right.
kneebreaker.
The Bandit gets to go
That
finally.
seems ominous.
As 2 of his friends are dead. The Bandit will take perhaps his only action. Let's see.
My only line.
The Bandit has several things it could do. You know what? It'll try this. The Bandit whirls about Peter in front of you. Have you marked him with something?
Yes.
So he wants to attack you.
Yes.
The Bandit is going to do a dazing strike on you. That is a 20 versus
Dang.
AC.
Uh-oh, I can do a dazing strike. I know what that is.
20 versus AC, Jason?
That does not hit me.
It's been so long since we've had to look at our AC.
The Bandit dances about you with a dagger, and he tries to throw some sand in your eyes, but you get your shield up,
Sand.
and
You just close your eyes at that part. Just close them for a minute, and then it's
Oh,
fine.
that
And
bully.
you just open them again.
He seems less to try that trick.
and the Bandit's
He's
going to
not-
shift kind of to the side of you, at least, so it's not being flanked, or not flanked, but not being cornered by you and Akrid.
Peter already mail ordered that Charles Atlas course. I don't think Sand's going to bother him much.
So that was the Bandit. Melik, you are next.
Do I see these guys coming up behind us like this?
Give me a perception check.
Oh, okay.
Oh no, there's a knee breaker in there. Oh, I don't like that.
Yeah,
I like my knees.
yeah. I don't mind.
It's only
these
his own knees.
They're hinges for my legs.
Yeah, these grifters, I'm not that worried about. Like, go ahead and take the money, but don't break my knees. Sorry, my perception is plus. Nice PDF setup here. +2, but I have a +1 from somebody, so I have a +3, and my total roll is 11.
Nope.
Oh,
So,
okay. Well, that
Your
makes it easy.
your blood is pounding in your ears, and you're in the heat of battle. You're very focused on that door in front of you.
I'm not really in the heat of battle. That's all pretty far from me, and I can barely hear them.
Yeah.
But since I can't see those guys, I would like to open this door. Step forward and open this door.
All right. You see 2 elven scouts. They are armed with short swords and long swords and look ready for battle.
That sounds like overkill.
Short swords and long swords.
They have
so
one of
both,
each. One of each.
Oh, just melee weapons.
Yeah.
Cool. I'm the one that's near them.
Yep.
I think these guys would enjoy some grasping shadows, and I know I would. So I will hold my orb aloft and set this whole area.
Do it for
burst
yourself,
one
not for
around
them, man.
here,
Mm-hmm.
in a whole writhing darkness, reaching up to grab them and.
Oh, now it'll match the writhing darkness on the other side of the room. So
Yeah. It's +9 versus will. So here's the first guy. We'll call him the scout on the left because these guys don't get numbers like everyone else. That's weird. 19 versus will on that dude.
I'm not
and
gonna
the
check.
other
Yes.
guy gets a 15 versus will.
I will check if a 15 is enough. 15. Yeah, it turns out signing up with a group to go into Undermountain for 1/12 of, or not even 1/12, 1/20th of a ruby. These people don't have great will, so they are both consumed by your grasping claws.
Good news, your portion is going up every turn.
Oh no!
They both take 9 psychic damage and are slowed.
Oh no!
And also, shadows are, of course, writhing in the designated area until the end of my next turn. Anyone who enters that area will take psychic damage. And
How big is that area?
it's just a burst 1, so it's just this
I can
9 squares around this.
Gotcha.
Okay. Thank you.
That's all.
All right, Alestrin.
Yeah, I've got extremely sharp elven senses and a passive perception of 22. Do I just notice these guys coming up?
You know what? You hear the sound of footsteps and people and they're no longer before you heard the sound of footsteps and people chatting at the patrol, you hear distant shouts and stomping of boots of people advancing on this position.
I'm guessing from the helpful tag under this one guy that says Kneebreaker 1 that these are not friends.
Great podcasting, Steve.
Okay.
You recognize you suspect that this is the patrol of rogues you've been avoiding, who have now been alerted to your presence here.
We have failed to avoid them.
Yeah.
By killing their pals.
Mm-hmm.
All right. I let out a quick shout to my compatriots in the room that there's more out here. All right. Can I tell from this distance who looks like the big scary guy in this group?
They all look like a various disreputable lot.
3 feet. Okay.
For the listeners at home, all of the players are spending time pointing arrows at things and they're testing the wind, seeing how
Tony?
far away these creatures are. Yeah.
Am I allowed to take one step back?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, because I took a step forward to cast that. I didn't know if I was allowed to.
And now we're
Then
cha-chaing.
Technically, no in 4th edition.
Oh, then I will not do that because it makes a huge difference.
I didn't remember that he had taken a step forward, so yeah.
All right.
Thank you.
I am going to take a couple of steps closer to these guys against my better judgment, just so I am as close.
All right. Alestrin does something where it's unclear whether it's retreating or advancing because you are about to be sandwiched between
I'm basically
two groups
moving
of
away
rogues.
from guys no matter which way I go. So
Yeah.
and that makes me as close to these guys as Rizwin, so I should have an extra +1 on my shots for a prime shot. I will make this Grifter 2, my quarry, because I believe he's the closest to me.
Mm-hmm. Is he closer than the people in the room?
Oh, that's an interesting point. The nearest enemy that I can see. Can I see the other bandit? Because he appears to be behind a wall.
I guess you can no longer see them. So yeah, all right. Good. That's some legal rangering right there.
That's some sweet
So all
nitpicking.
you have to do is turn your head, and that redefines who the closest guy is.
That's exactly right. I
They
just
are
do
literally
this.
behind walls. It's not.
This
He's
is
like if I close my eyes and don't look. If I don't look at them.
I put my hands around my eyes and I make sure I can only see one guy. He's the closest. All right, so that Grifter is my quarry, and I will. He seem particularly strong. Can I see from this distance whether he looks like a tough guy or a wimp?
Let me. You know what, Alestrin, you're great at perception. I'm going to give you credit for the 30-something you rolled before. Let me describe. There is a group of, it looks like a half dozen scoundrels heading toward you. You see some. You recognize them. They're a gang from Waterdeep. The Kneebreakers. They're known for their use of clubs. You see a halfling trickster who looks kind of.
Clubs are great.
Small and sneaky, armed with a
Let's go
jagged-looking short sword, and then the grifters are another little troubling gang in Waterdeep, and they are armed with short swords.
Okay.
I'm gonna say,
are there any regals? Because one of those guys probably has a knife.
They all look.
That's a deep cut.
Yeah. Wow.
Clubs
Hot
are
dogs
great.
for everyone.
Yeah, hot dogs for everyone. I'm gonna say they are all pretty similar in terms of having mid-level ACs, being melee fighters, and having similar amounts of hit points.
All right.
Some of them are brutes, some of them are lurkers, and but they are
Well, I'm going to take a shot at Grifter 2 and one at Grifter 1 then.
Okay.
We'll see how that all works out. So this is Grifter 2. That is a 29 versus AC.
All right.
And with my quarry damage, that is 13 damage on Grifter 2.
Okay.
Second shot going at Grifter 1. Not as good. That is a 15 versus AC.
That will not hit the AC of a grifter.
Well, maybe it will if I take another shot at it with my elven accuracy.
Mm-hmm.
More like elven inaccuracy, right?
Oh, you had to do that. Actually, you know what? We're gonna because Peter belittled my accuracy. I am instead going to utilize
That
my
was me,
rebounding
Steve.
longbow.
It was Jason who did that. Peter thinks Celestrin is great.
Sometimes the lines
All right.
are
Well,
a
I
little
can't-
blurry.
Since you don't do a character voice, how can I know?
I just assumed he is
My natural paladin voice. What are you
yeah,
talking
Peter
about?
Dragonforge is just a paladin from Northern California. So,
Yeah.
So that,
You heard my Michael Caine. Do you want me to do character voices?
it's okay.
Yes.
It's okay.
Yes.
Wait, only if it's Michael Caine and Sylvester Stallone combined. That I can do.
Her.
I think we're saving Michael Caine and Sylvester Stallone for when we finally meet Peter Dragonforge's parents.
In a scene from Victory?
Oh, wait a minute. What did I say on that? On a 15?
Yeah.
It was actually a 16. I
It was a
forgot
tie.
the prime shot.
16 will hit.
Oh, okay.
Ha!
Never mind about the rebounding longbow then.
You know what I just realized is that this room that's giant, so roll damage for that. This room
Victory's
that's
a movie
giant
that's
is great. My room that's giant, that's mainly filled with melee rogues fighters, is great for a Lestrange to just murder people as they run across
Oh,
the
yeah.
field at him.
It's a target range.
You're lucky I didn't see them because I've got area of effect nonsense.
Well, you know about him now because I let you know. That's 9 damage to Grifter 1.
All right, so Grifter... Oh, wait, I'm sorry. I did that to Grifter 3. I'm just going to switch their places because that's easier than doing that.
Oh,
okay.
dang it. I forgot my cool thing again.
All grifters.
Can I
look right to you.
retroactively do my cool thing?
No, you've done so much garbage.
No. But I want to shoot a firestorm arrow and blow up other guys.
Save it for next turn.
All right.
Yeah, I think they're.
They might be closer next turn.
Yeah, they definitely will.
Oh.
So, I've been very generous with you, Steve, in life.
All right.
All right. So, we are now on to the scouts. So, Monty, you're going to have to help me out. The scouts are in a zone of darkness, or a zone of grasping shadows.
Yes.
Does anything happen to them right at the start?
It doesn't look like it, no. If they are dumb enough to leave the area and walk back in, they will take damage.
They, I think, also are impeded. So, the left scout is going to head over to the door and try and engage with you. I think you're in the doorway, so it can't leave the zone, and but will come up to you and attack you, right?
Yeah, go ahead. Because of it's been hit by an arcane illusion power, it has -2 to its next attack roll against me, and also my Imperious Majesty, in that it was a creature I attacked and hit that had not yet acted in an encounter, it will have a -7 to hit me.
Do you think that I think those probably don't stack.
Really?
What's the type of?
I don't know. One is a class/other feature, and one is a feat.
I think probably.
I'm happy to only take a -5. That's fine.
Oh, I thought that. Didn't you say one of them was a -7?
No, one is a -2, one is a -5. I added them together for -7, but I'm happy to just take a -5.
Okay. Also, can you say Imperious Majesty one more time? I like it when you say that.
Imperious Majesty.
Thank you. All right.
Now
He's got a new ringtone.
Now, the tricky thing here is they have 2 attacks, because they're going to do a longsword and a short sword attack.
The first attack takes this penalty. Well, penalty to attacks versus you until your next turn ends.
Mm-hmm.
So I believe it gets both of them.
All right.
And that's the long and short of it.
So this will be the longsword attack.
Okay.
I got a 20. I got an 18 plus. He did not get his full modifier, but he got a 20 versus AC.
Oh my.
And the other one, not as impressive, but 14 versus AC on the short sword attack.
I don't get attacked that often, and I'm having trouble finding my armor class on the sheet. I do apologize for the delay.
On mine, it's the top left.
Yeah.
Depends which
Yeah.
page
It's in a little shield.
Yeah, if you've
My
got a
AC
different-
is 18, so it did hit me with one of those.
That is an incredibly high AC for a wizard.
Yeah, you shouldn't have given me this cool robe.
Um,
Hey, you want to hear about this? You want to hear about this neat power I have called Infernal Wrath?
I do.
I was
I
waiting
do.
for this.
Is this where you set him on
Yeah.
fire for daring to attack you?
Sure is. An enemy within 10 squares of you hits you, and the target takes 1d6 plus 5 damage.
That is a lot, because your charisma's so high. Roll it.
Yeah. It's an encounter power, so only
Roll
don't
that
do it
beautiful
that
beam
often.
footage.
But take 8 damage.
That is
for
a lot of
the-
damage for daring to attack you. Literally his only purpose in life.
with a -5 on the attack. It's just
Yeah.
not very productive. All right.
So you got hit by one of these attacks.
Yeah.
Well, check this out. These scouts, they're elven scouts. You know what they're going to do?
Dear.
You know what he's going to do for his attack that missed you?
Oh, boy.
Elven accuracy?
Elven accuracy!
Uh,
Oh,
So
much
got a
higher.
-5.
So that would be a 19 versus AC.
Even with the -5?
Yes, I rolled a 17 and he had
All right. Well, that also hits then.
You also
All right.
get a +2.
Um,
I'm told I also get a +2, so my AC is 20. What was that number you said a second
You
ago?
don't get a +2. He gets a +2.
Oh.
Sorry.
Oh, because of the elven accuracy. Got it.
no,
yeah, Elven
whatever.
professional courtesies.
Whatever. You're a ranger, Steve. He's not. So your elven accuracy is better than this guy's elven accuracy.
Really? Oh, that's
Yeah.
right. I got
Any-
precision. I'm sorry. Never mind.
Yeah.
Anyway, he's hit me with both of them. Bring it on.
All right. Well, this is not good for you. You just got stabbed with 2 swords, Melik. I don't even know if you've
you know
ever
what?
been.
I would like to try to disrupt that attack before
What?
that happens.
You're doing a pretty good job so far. I haven't even gotten the damage.
Steve,
Have an immediate interrupt.
how close do you have to be to do your immediate interrupt?
Doesn't say, but it's just a ranged weapon attack, so I'm
All right.
guessing I'm
Within
within
range.
range.
5
there.
squares away. That's not far.
Yeah.
I mean, I think it's
So,
further for Alestrin. So yeah.
So that is a. Let's see.
So what, you shoot an arrow
That's
and knock his sword out?
exactly
of the way?
Basically,
right.
yes. That's
Yep.
literally like what the flavor text says.
Cool.
So 25 versus AC.
All right. He goes in with a longsword and you bing. And
So that first of all does some damage.
he has taken damage twice on his own turn.
That does 14 damage.
On
my
his own
God.
turn?
7 plus 7.
I
All
have
right,
missed 4th edition so much.
He's bloodied.
Now
And
she's found a way to take a long time on the enemy's turn. I
Yeah,
love
this
it.
is great.
I
and
don't
he
like
takes
this
a
game
penalty to
anymore.
his attack roll of 6.
All right, that means he was close to hitting you. I think he does not hit you. I'm gonna allow Steve to use that, and the long sword and the short sword do different damage amounts. I'm gonna say that Steve targeted the long sword attack, so you do not take as much damage. Also,
It's a bigger target.
he was gonna do bigger damage if he had hit you with both attacks, which he no longer does. Congratulations, Melik. You have now just been stabbed once instead of twice.
Way to go!
I hope you're happy. I'm still gonna roll damage to you. You can hear how angry I am while I'm rolling the die. You take 7 damage.
Oh dear. Okay, thank you.
All right. Anything
You're welcome.
else? And then the other scout is slowed, and Melik is blocking the doorway, so there's not room for him to get through. I
And he just has
guess-
melee weapons.
Is he just
and
going to go
has
back and
melee
forth?
weapons.
Oh,
He is
hi.
going to wander in the direction, but not have enough speed because he has been slowed and is unable, therefore, to close with
And he left
Hi.
he left the shadows. Does he get penalized for that?
No, he gets penalized if he walks into the shadows.
Oh, I see. That would be really
we
dumb.
could make
Who
him
would do that?
We could make him do that. 'cause I
Somebody
have a
who
way
would do
of-
that? Somebody who realizes how deadly Flessa is.
all right.
Somebody who gets pushed 2 squares, which there are so many ways to do that to somebody.
Rizwin, it is your turn.
Yeah. All right. So I don't have any good burst attacks or anything like that, unfortunately. So I guess I'm going to. So pretty sure Peter's going to take care of Bandit too. I could probably go down and help Melik out. Melik, do you need healing? Does he?
Not yet. No, I'm fine.
Great.
Thanks to Alestrin.
Thank you, Alestrin. Okay.
Glad to be of service.
I guess I'm going to move down here so I can actually see the left scout. And then I'm going to Sacred Flame him. Because why not? Let's
First
see.
the dark, then the light.
That's right. 20, natural 20, nice. Does that
that's
do
max
max
damage?
Sweet. So
Yes.
it deals
Wow.
10,
And then
damage.
He is
10 damage to
literally
left
in a
scout.
swirl of darkness, and you just set him on fire. Getting set on fire in the dark. It's like Boy Scouts all over again.
Yes.
So, yeah, that's really bad for him.
So he takes 10 damage, and then also, Melik, you get 4 temporary hit points.
Oh, thank you very much.
I'm sorry, how many damage?
10 damage.
You incinerate him.
Yeah.
All right.
So
So, you have...
standard move. I have a minor.
Oh, that was a crit.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was
Did
a
you
crit.
get anything extra for a crit?
you gave temporary hit points to Melik, right? Or is
that
unrelated?
happens normally.
Oh wow! Check if you might have on your weapon. Your weapon might do something fancy. It may just be more damage.
Oh, but that
And
was
it's dead.
a ranged thing, and my weapon is not a ranged weapon.
Your holy symbol counts as your weapon if for that particular ranged attack. So if
see.
that gives you anything on a crit.
As far as I can tell, my holy seal is just
Generic.
holy seal and
Yeah.
generic. So I don't think it does anything.
Okay. Well, you did incinerate a guy, so that's...
Yeah, that's good enough.
Yeah,
that's
we'll
just
take it.
good enough.
That's good enough. All right.
All right.
And then my minor action, I'm going to cast Favor of the Gods on... You know what? I'm just going to cast Favor of the Gods on Alestrin. So if you miss, you can take it again.
I love it.
Oh, man.
Finally, a way to retake a shot.
In our next episode, Steve will take a turn.
Well, you have done, Dragonforge and Associates, you've done a good work on this first round of bandits and scoundrels, but thanks to the elven perception of Alestrin Quiverbottom, you were aware that a even larger gang of kneebreakers, tricksters, and grifters is converging on you to turn you into a rogue sandwich. Will you survive? Will you find out what Enda is up to? Will you get out of this horrible place? Tune in next time to Total Party Kill. Also, Jason was bitten by a rat. He needs to not forget that.